guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna if you guys are new here. Welcome to how to actually make 2025 your year. Happy New Year. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday breaks. This is also our monthly plan with me series, but since this is the very first one of 2025, I'm going to tell you how you can make 2025 your year. But if you're caught up on the vlogs and you watched my preparing for 2025 video, no matter what happens this year, whether it's good, bad, not much, or a lot, 2025 can still be your year. I feel like the year consists of more mindset than accomplishments and just like what you're gonna go into the year with. What I like to do at the beginning of every single year is think about the end of the year, literally in January. It's January 1st on the day that I'm filming this. And I usually like to think to myself, like, how do I wanna feel by the end of 2025? How do I wanna feel about myself, my life, my mindset, my health and fitness, like all of the big things that we think of when we make our goals. What do we want that to look like at the end of the year? And I feel like for me, that's the best way that I can really start off the year and start like thinking about what I want even my goals to be, because sometimes I feel like we kind of don't know where to start. So that's what I always like to do, is just think about how do I want to feel about myself and my life at the end of the year. And I also want to say that the new year doesn't necessarily have to mean everything is new, like same yogurt bowl, same apartment, same like things, same planning setup. In a way, like nothing is really all that different in a new year. I really think it's just a good way to have like a fresh start if that's what you need. And through my planning setup, I'll show you guys all of my planning things. We have digital planning with Notion, we have content planning with Rella, and we have paper planning / bullet journaling with my Shop Amanda Rachel doodle planner. For me, this is the system that works best in terms of planning out like how I want to make my goals every single month and how I want to track those goals long term, what books I want to read, all of those things. I feel like I have a really good system of what has worked well for me in the last 2 years. So if you guys know these videos already, I hope you guys are excited for 2025's Plan With Me videos. Or if you're new here, I hope you subscribe and stick around. I show you guys throughout my vlogs every single month in between these monthly Plan With Me videos, like how I'm adopting my everyday life into these goals and also just living life along the way, kind of unplanned at the same time. So I hope you guys like what you hear. And if you do, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, in all transparency, I did just finish my yogurt bowl. I was so hungry and I really wanted to show you guys me making it because it's something that I liked in 2024, something I'll do in 2025, just to show you guys that, like, again, not too much has to change if you don't want it to. Let's get started with our planning setup. Okay, I want to start with the doodle journal. So I am somebody that can't be all in on one thing. I have adopted over the last like 2 years now a planning system that really works for me because I can't do everything on my computer. I don't want to do my daily to-do list on my Notion. I do like having a paper planner. I do really like bullet journaling, but I don't really have time for that. And I'm overall just a pretty type A person, but not too much. Like, I like to have a good plan of the things that I want to accomplish throughout the month and the week and the day, but like I also like to let life just be what it is too. I feel like having a good balance between things that are planned and unplanned is really important in life, honestly. So overall, this is how I track everything that I would like to do every single month that always relate back to my yearly goals. But I do like to have a paper planner. This is my Shop Amanda Rachel doodle planner, and this is the best thing ever if you're new here because this is a planner, habit tracker, mood tracker, journal, bullet journal, and coloring book all in one. All these designs were handmade by an artist, Amanda Rachel, who's also like one of my favorite YouTubers. And this is my 3rd year using the doodle planner. This is the one that I have. This is called Cherry Wine. And I'll start with this so I can show you guys everything that's on the inside, but I do have all of my daily to-dos and stuff on here because I just like the satisfaction of writing everything down on paper. Like, I'm usually home most of the day. I'm not too much on the go. So I like to have just like a paper planner for all of my personal to-do lists. And then my long-term planning, so all things yearly goals, monthly goals, the books that I read, the shows that I watch, movies that I watch, things like that are all on Notion. And I do have a 2025 brand new free Notion template that I'm almost done with. It's going to be the next video, a full Notion tour, but I will give you guys a sneak peek here. I'd like to do all of my long-term planning on Notion because I just personally am not someone that will use Notion on a daily basis, and I just don't think it's like sustainable for me. If it's something that I'm forcing, I don't really think I want to use it daily. So that's why I like having a paper planner for my daily things. But in terms of like my monthly goals and my yearly goals, and always going back and forth between the two and showing you guys too how I do make everything and track everything, all of my long-term things are always in one place on Notion. And then the last thing I'll show you guys is Rella. That's what I use for all of my content planning, my social media management, and it's more catered to anyone that's in social media. If you're looking for a social media management platform, I personally really like using it for planning out all of my content content. But yeah, I show you guys at the beginning of every single month the content that you guys can expect for that month, just because I like to have a plan, even though usually like I'll move stuff around as the month goes on. But I think having a plan, an outline at least for the month in terms of YouTube is really important for me, because I do have a full-time 9-to-5 job in corporate. I work in operations at an accounting firm, so having just a light outline of what I want to do in terms of YouTube like helps kind of offload the stress of deciding what to do on the spot in terms of what I'm filming. So that is my whole entire planning setup. I also do have a budget template that I'm not going to go through with you guys, but it is part of my goals, and I will show you guys like a brief screenshot of it. And yeah, that's my whole entire planning setup. Let's get started with the doodle planner. I want to show you guys the full reveal of everything inside my bullet journal, because bullet journal, doodle planner, like I will change it up honestly in terms of what I call it, because it's everything. But this is just the best thing ever. If you're someone that is just always like stressed or thinking about the next thing you need to do, or you're kind of like always wanting to be productive and you don't really feel like you have a lot of opportunities to slow down, I really do recommend something like this, because overall this is like a pre-made bullet journal or coloring book. So it's just really nice to honestly have some time that like forces me to wind down and forces me to slow down, give myself some self-care and just color. I feel like if I didn't have this, I would just buy like a different coloring book to color when I'm like bored. So let me show you guys the full 2025 doodle planner. I like doing these because I think it's really fun if you guys also have this, to see how we're all coloring it so that we can kind of like plan together, you know? So in the beginning, you have a place to put your name. I want to add like stickers and stuff too. I was watching Amanda Rachel's bullet journal setup, and she really inspired me to like add more stickers and stuff to my planner. So that's like what I'm gonna do. But this is the color scheme for the intro section. So we do have a couple of introductory pages. I didn't fill them out for the sake of privacy for myself in this video, but I will fill this out right after this video is done. You have a year at a glance, you have a 2024 reflection side, and then you have your 2025 goals. I really like these because if you have a hard time deciding what goals you want to have, there's little prompts here to kind of get you started on what you want the year to look like. And then you have a couple of free dot pages before you get into the monthly setups and stuff. And I really like having these. I still haven't fully decided what I want the setup to be, so I'll show you guys probably in the next plan with me video like what I decided, and I will include it in my vlogs when I do decide. So make sure you guys are subscribing if you want to see how I fill out more of this bullet journal. But I love making my own spreads. I think it's just so much fun, and I just think it takes some time, and I already spent too much time preparing all this other stuff that I just kind of wanted to show you guys at least the color scheme and what I'm thinking. So this, I want to just include like a picture of me now. That is totally inspired by Amanda Rachel. She did that in her bullet journal setup in 2025. And I thought it was just really nice that we can like start off the year seeing myself. And then in the other blank dot grids, I think I want to do just like an overall spread of like goals I want to have in 2025, vision boarding, journaling style. And honestly, I'm not exactly sure, but that's why I like having these open pages, because you can just make them something whenever you do decide. But let me show you guys the January theme. I love the January theme because I just think it's so beautiful. Here's how it looks. Oh my God, isn't this like a stunning stained glass theme? I am actually obsessed. It's so pretty. What I love about this is that everyone can color it like however they want. There's no rules in terms of what you want. So I've been seeing so many beautiful ones that have like a very simple color scheme, like 1 to 2 colors, but these are the colors that I chose. I think it's so pretty. And then here's the monthly layout. So there's gonna be a monthly spread for every single month too. This is usually where I put just like birthdays, like big dates. This is the empty habit and mood tracker. I show you guys in every single month what like the finished month looks like, which I always think is fun too. And I hope it makes it more fun for you guys to like follow along. And then also every single month there's a free dot grid. And this is usually where I will print out memories from that month on my HP Sprocket, because they come out in stickers. So I'll show you guys this next month too. Lastly, I want to show you guys the weeklies. Here's what I did. I did each week different. So the first week has like the red and purple flowers, and then the next week is blue. So yeah, that is my doodle journal. I can't wait to show you guys this every single month. I think it's so much fun, honestly. Like of everything, I know we probably have the Notion template that hopefully a lot of you guys will download in the next video too for yourselves. But I think this is just such a fun way to be creative. And even if you didn't think you were creative, like you'd be surprised, like anyone can color. So I think it's just nice if you're looking for a new hobby to have in 2025 and you can't really think of one, get this planner because it'll help you be productive, but it's also just a good hobby of like coloring and winding down. And then I also want to show you guys finished habit and mood trackers from December. Here's how they ended up looking. I think it's so cute. This theme was just like winter theme overall. Officially say goodbye to the 2024 doodle planner. Okay, next let's go through our yearly goals and our monthly goals. Okay, really briefly, this was last year's Notion template, and these were all of my yearly goals. This is in the very last Plan With Me video because I didn't really do much in December. These are all of the goals that we accomplished last year, and we go through them every single month. I think it's really important to see these yearly goals every single month just so that we have an idea and we don't like forget. And I like forming my monthly goals based off of my yearly goals and just like where I'm tracking with everything. And now I want to show you guys my 2025 Notion template. It's almost done, like I said, but if you guys are watching, here is like a little sneak peek of it. This is the homepage. It's so pretty. Don't you think it's so pretty? I did like a blue theme because I haven't done that yet for my Notion templates, and I did like a little bit of a redesign too. So this is your homepage or dashboard. Overall, like these are different areas of life that there's different subpages for each thing. So we have everything health and wellness, all things goals, like kind of the more tedious things, and then different ways I want to like grow. So we have Korean learning, my books and media hub is here, therapy, thought dumps. I'll go through all of this in the next video, but I just wanted to show you guys what you can expect at least. We are going to go to the yearly goals. Isn't it so pretty? Obviously I'm biased because I made this, but okay. This is something that I wanted to include in the beginning of the yearly goals page. And this is something that I hope you guys can always remember as you do make your yearly goals and you look at them throughout the year. These goals are how we transform our yearly intentions into attainable actions so that we can get to the end of the year and see how much we've grown. Some goals are numerical, some are mindset focused, and some are just hopes that we keep in the back of our heads. Goals can change, and we do not have to check off every single thing by the end of 2025. Goal setting is a good way for us to live more intentionally. So always come back to this each month, as yearly goals will drive your monthly goals. I think this was like the best way that I could simplify what yearly goals are supposed to be for at least myself. I like to make my monthly goals based off of these like high level, like vague kind of more or less goals in each year. And I do have a couple more buckets that I added for this year's Notion template and the way that I'm making goals, just because you can change anything like literally whenever you want. I also have like a more and less area too for you to just reflect on what things you want more of this year, what things you want less of, because like I said, not too much really needs to change each year if you don't want it to. It's really just a matter of tweaking like different areas of your life to have more of some things, less of some things, or even brand new things if you would like. But I think having a more and less is a lot better than like the ins and outs. I think it's just, you can kind of think more like intentionally in that way. That's just my personal preference. But here, if we scroll down, these are all of our yearly goals. I know it looks like a lot, but we will go through every single goal. It's not really that much. It's just a bunch of like vague things that I want to do more and less of because I built these yearly goals based off of the more and less thing. So, okay, let's start with personal. I have one activity alone every single month. This is something that is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but something that I want more of this year is to just kind of enjoy being alone more. And I feel like I kind of talk about this a little bit every single year, but I thought it would be nice to make it a goal to do something alone every month, whether it's going on like my morning walks alone or actually doing a whole activity by myself every single month. It'll just be a nice way to kind of enjoy being with myself and myself only. So I have like a half year progress goal for that, and I should probably do that for all of the vague goals. Then my next goal is complete something for the wedding every single month. If you guys are new here, I did get engaged a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna spend all of 2025 planning my wedding. That's just a known fact, but I really don't want it to take up my entire year as much as I know that it will. I wanna still have more goals that I wanna accomplish, and I don't want all of my goals to be wedding focused. And I'm also trying to be as like least stressed as possible when it comes to the wedding. So yeah, my only goal really for 2025 to just complete something for the wedding every single month. Next, we have read 10 books this year. Last year, I actually just finished, literally yesterday, December 31st, my last book of 2024. It was my 11th book, and it was The 7-Year Slip. I loved that book. Yeah, I want to read 10 books this year. I feel like that's a really attainable goal for me, and I'm not someone that like is a huge reader. I just really need to find the time, kind of similar to coloring, to just slow down, read a book, and like enjoy it. So 10 books for the year is my goal. But attached to that, I talked about this in my last video, or maybe my second to last video. I want to do more reading and walking, because especially if you have a Kindle, I have a Kindle, it's real. If you have a page turner, it's so nice to just read and walk on the treadmill. I'm trying to do more habit stacking, and reading and walking was like the first thing that I thought of, because if I walk on the treadmill, if it's like really cold outside, then I'll usually watch YouTube videos because I'm like bored otherwise, but I really want to read more and walk at the same time. So that's going to be a yearly goal too. Next, we have learn to actually journal more and like figure out what kind of journaling I even like. I put this last year as a goal, and it was one of the ones that I did not accomplish because I just didn't really end up journaling. I feel like it's because I usually think that journaling is just like an open-ended thought dump of like how you're feeling about everything. and it becomes so all consuming that I just don't want to do it, or don't want to do it like regularly enough. So I think that there's so many different ways that we can journal our lives, whether it's via like scrapbooking, prompts, 5-minute gratitude, something. So I just want to form some sort of habit that does relate to journaling. I know I have my bullet journal and like my planner and stuff for habit and mood tracking, but I want to find something that's more writing focused. And then my last personal goal is be more consistent with cleaning the house. I did make a full like cleaning checklist in my Notion template, but I feel like I just overall like want to be more consistent with cleaning. Next, we have the health and fitness bucket. This is so much fun for me because last year, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but last year, like basically all I did was run. I ran a marathon, I ran multiple half marathons, and I was overall pretty consistent with my workout schedule because I was training for so many things at a time. So this year, I'm really excited that overall my health and fitness goals in 2025 are just focused on like more balanced workout routines. Complete a 75-day challenge, because even though I said what I said about training and stuff, I think I do like having some sort of plan or training plan to follow. So I do want to at some point this year complete a 75-day challenge, whether it's right now or multiple times this year or at something. But I think 75 days is really challenging, honestly, to do something that consistently. And I think I want to do one. So that's a goal this year. But overall, like I said, prioritize balanced movement every single month. I am pretty consistent with being active. It's like something that's a very big part of my lifestyle. It's not really a goal I need to make. I did that last year. So overall, my big intention with health and fitness is to just be more balanced with everything. I want to be able to work out, like not just run, because all I did last year was run, but I want to have a really good balanced routine of running and yoga and Pilates and walking and all the things. Yeah, that's going to be huge for me. But I do love running. So related to running, my big goal for 2025 is to just run for fun. I don't want to run to PR. I don't want to run to like get faster. I don't want to do like speed workouts or anything. I just want to run to move my body and like enjoy it, honestly. So I do have one race that I'm signed up for so far. That's the Rock and Roll DC Half Marathon, because I'm actually an ambassador for it. But I'm just going to fun run it, and I'm just going to enjoy the course, like enjoy the spectators and have fun. And then I also want to attend more community workouts, whether that's more run clubs or more just like community-based, local-based workouts. I would love to do that more in 2025 too, because I think we only did like 1 or 2 last year, and I want to do more. Lastly, I have cook more at home / eat out less. This is something that's really fueled by 75-day challenge that I want to do. I just want to overall, like this is the first year that I genuinely, honestly feel like I do want to cook more at home and just have like simpler meals. I don't need to have like a whole banquet of food or have some like really elaborate dish that has like a lot of ingredients, but I think I just want to start with eating more simple, complete meals at home and like enjoy it. And I think just eating out less is overall like a better decision for everyone. I eat out a lot just because I do live close by to a city. I live near Washington, DC. Sometimes I feel like eating out is like almost the only way to see my friends, but that's not necessarily true. So I want to just overall eat out less this year. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to track that. I think we can just check in on it every single month, and we'll see how that goes, but no like numerical goal for that. Next, financial goals. I did make a separate bucket just because I do have 3 main things that I really want to keep track of, and this is basically going to be a goal every single month because that's how I'm going to track it. But maintain a budget every single month, save $15,000 towards saving funds. I don't know if I can do that again this year, but we'll try. And accurately track my sinking funds. All this relates to the fact that I do have a budget template. I'm just going to leave on the screen right here the one that I'm using. I might go back to Selena's because she says that she's currently updating hers, but I just wanted to try something new just for the sake of trying something new at all. But last year in 2024 was the first year that I accurately tracked all of my expenses, mainly all of my credit card expenses, because I don't really pay much in cash. And it was so eye-opening and also so nice, honestly, being transparent about where I was spending my money, like that I'm earning. And with all of that, it helped me save the most I've ever saved in my entire life last year. I think if there's anything that you do from this video, I don't even care if you don't make the goals today. If there's anything you do, please find a budget that you guys will use and really devote yourself to filling out that budget every single month. It's so simple. All you really have to do in the end is just copy and paste all of your credit card expenses for each month so that you know what money is coming out, and then just track very generally all the money that's coming in. And it'll just go from there because you're going to feel so empowered with all of the transparency that you're giving yourself with your spending. But it's really nice. I feel like for me last year, I really learned the importance of tracking all of my expenses because being more aware with where I'm spending my money is how I was able to save more. In the end, I ended up canceling 3 of the subscriptions subscriptions that I had because I just was spending too much money on it and I was tracking all of it. So I think one of them was Newly, like a clothing subscription service, like rental service. What I learned in 2024 was that I think I'll do it usually for the months that I have a vacation, but I don't need it on a regular basis because I only had it for half the year and I spent like $700 on clothing rentals. And I just think that's ridiculous for myself. So I feel like if there's anything that you take from this video, just find a budget. You really won't regret it. And if you're not sure that you're gonna be accountable for it, we're gonna talk about it every single month in these videos because I need to hold myself accountable, and it helps me knowing that I'm gonna hold you accountable too. Second to last bucket of goals, we have Korean. So I talked about this a lot in my videos last year, but I wanna be consistent with taking Korean courses because I'm still not fully conversational and I really don't understand very well, but I've made so much progress in the last year. So I'm really having Korean be like my main focus. Like last year it was marathon training and running, but all of the other goals I've talked about so far are very simple, I think. And so I wanna just be able to allow the time to really focus on Korean in 2025. So I have take consistent Korean classes. I'm currently taking like a Korean elementary level 6 that starts in, I think, 2 weeks. So I'll do that. And then I want to study Korean vocab and grammar every single week. Every single week. I'm like going to be really diligent about that. And then I also want to practice Korean more in person because I feel like last year, since I really had like maybe 5% understanding when I started learning Korean last year, I feel like I'm still kind of uncomfortable and like scared and nervous to speak. So I think as I learn more in 2025, my second year learning, I want to feel more comfortable just trying to practice more speaking in Korean, whether it's wrong, but just trying more at all. So that's going to be a huge goal in 2025, and those are my Korean goals. I have more on that in the Notion template, but that will be in the next video. Lastly, we have YouTube and career. For career, honestly, my only goal with my career is just 9 to 5, like maintain a healthy work-life balance. I have separate work goals that I make, but I just want to keep those kind of private because I talk about them with like my coach and they drive a lot of my day-to-day at work. And I don't really like talking to you guys too much about the actual nature of my job, but just showing you how I'm living my life with a full-time corporate job. So with career, my main goal that I'll share in this video is just have a healthy work-life balance. That's what drives my whole entire Work to Live Diaries series that I have on YouTube. I take you guys through my work days, my work weeks, showing you guys how I'm prioritizing my life outside of work, even having a full-time corporate job. So that's something that's really important to me. And I think if there's anything I want to have in 2025, it's just still maintaining a healthy work-life balance. But for YouTube, we have hit 50K. I think I'll do that. So maybe I'll reach and say hit 75K, but I don't really know. I usually don't make a metric goal like this because it doesn't really matter. I just know I'll hit it at some point next year. So that is going to be a goal, but maybe we'll just kind of update where we are at the end of the year or mid-year or something. And then my second goal is post more short form lifestyle content once a month, ideally, or post more short form lifestyle content each month, not a month. Ideally once a week. I think that I could be more intentional with my short form content because last year I just kind of posted whenever I wanted, but I do have more ideas. Like I have more ideas that I want to make for reels and TikToks and stuff, but I just don't really have the time because I haven't been planning them very well. So I think something I'll try doing is maybe just starting with like once a month and then work my way to twice a month, 3 times a month, all of that in the future months to try to be more intentional with my short form lifestyle content because I would love to bring a sense of my vlogs to short form. And I think it's possible. I just kind of need to think about it and test it out and try it and spend the time on it. I think that's honestly a harder goal than all of the ones I've mentioned besides the Korean goals, but we'll see. It's just an intention that I have. And then my last YouTube goal is to just work with more small businesses in 2025, ideally once a quarter. I want to work with just more like local businesses or small businesses, and they don't have to be paid. I just want to be able to have more promotional content on specifically small businesses. So that's going to be my goal. And I have each quarter like available to track out which ones I'll work with. Like last year I worked with Remicity at the end of the year and I would love to work with them again and just work with more small businesses like that. So that is all of my yearly goals. I talked about that for a really long time. I know it's a lot, but like I said, they're all pretty vague and I don't really feel that stressed about it. We'll make our monthly goals based on these yearly intentions, and we do have a quarterly breakdown too of how I'm gonna track all of my goals and like when I'm gonna focus on what. So every single quarter I have Korean because like I said, that's like my big focus of the year. Other than that, I have Q1 is Korean and health and fitness. And then Q2 is more of the personal goals. And then Q3 is more of the career goals, and the financial goals, like I don't really need to put it in the quarterly breakdown. It's just something that's going to happen every single month regardless. But in terms of like focusing on checking off certain things, I will do focuses for each quarter so that once we get to the last quarter, by that point, I'll feel like I've spent a lot of time on each area so that I can just like put it all together in the last quarter. Does that make sense? I did this last year too, and I feel like it helped a lot. So having a quarterly breakdown just helps, like, you know, it's like a funnel where you get more tedious and like more specific about when you'll accomplish certain things. So I really like having a quarterly breakdown for that reason, and a monthly breakdown too. I won't go through all of this with you guys, but this was just a really good exercise for me to figure out like when I wanted to try doing stuff. And this can change. This will always be allowed to change if you want, but this is just what I did. Now let's go to our monthly goals. Okay, welcome to my monthly goals section. First, what I like to do in the beginning of my monthly goals is go back to my archive. And this is why I like tracking all my long-term goals on Notion, because if you open up each year, you can literally see like every single goal that I've ever made each month, which I really like personally. Like my daily to-dos are just like laundry, things like that. But my monthly goals are the ones that I like to see over time. So let's go through really quickly the goals that I did accomplish in December, because I accomplished all of my goals. They were really simple goals. They were like, you know, just finish a book, update my Notion template. I'm almost done, so I had to check it off. You know, like stay consistent with working out, cook more, finish Korean courses, close out my budget, all the things that I knew I would do regardless. I just made my December goals like really, really chill for that reason. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that this is like what you can expect next month too. We'll go through, I'll spend more time on January next month in terms of like what goals we accomplished, but I like to do a huge reflection on like how I did each month for my goals, because I think it just contributes to like making better goals the next month. So these are all of my January goals. I do have a little toggle for each bucket now that we went through in the yearly goals. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. Personal, read one book, test out different journaling styles, because the main goal is to journal more. But if I don't know like what part of journaling I'll like, one of my goals this month is to just test out different journaling styles, whether it's like prompts. I have so many journals. Health and fitness, I want to start a 75-day challenge. I don't know if I'll finish it, but at least I'll start it. And then I want to start a Pilates and strength challenge. I actually did already start that one. It's like a 6-week program. And I want to walk more. Korean, I'm going to start my Like a Korean elementary level 6 course online in 2 weeks. Like I said, I'll leave a description to the website below. They're classes on Zoom, but I think they're really helpful, very valuable, and extremely worth the money if you're looking into learning Korean. I'm starting level 6 soon, and then I want to finish reviewing my notes from the past courses, because I started that maybe this week, but I think I could do more with it for sure. So financial goals, maintain my budget every single week, finalize my saving goals and sinking funds. My sinking funds is something, I think I should have talked about this in the yearly goals, but I just want to track better my sinking funds, because I'm really good with contributing to the sinking fund, but I'm really bad at like removing from the sinking fund when I actually do like travel, for example. I have a separate sinking fund in my savings accounts for just travel, and like you're supposed to take out from that fund when you do travel, but for some reason I can still like manage with just using my overall spending and not remove from the sinking fund. So I just want to be more consistent with that, and I want to finalize what sinking funds I even have, because I think right now I just have like emergency, house, wedding, travel, rainy day, and I think that's it. But I just want to make sure that that's like what I want. Those are my financial goals. And then lastly, for YouTube and career, I want to balance daily vlogs with New Year's content. And then I do want to do a morning routine video. Back in 2023, I would make this monthly goal to do one video outside my comfort zone every single month. And I really liked doing that. It's just not a huge focus for me, honestly, in 2025. I just want to make more vlogs in general and just like share my life, all of the things. Like I don't want to be too SEO focused in 2025 with YouTube. I just want to do vlogs and videos that I like. So yeah, but with that, morning routine is something that would be outside my comfort zone, but it is something that I do really enjoy doing once a year, maybe twice a year. Morning routine video, you guys can expect that in January. Those are all of my monthly goals. I kind of breezed by this part this month, but that's just because we're talking about all things yearly goals and goal setting and how to make 2025 your year. So make sure you guys come back next month for the February plan with me, where we'll review all of these goals. I think that's everything for my Notion. I don't want to give away too much. Lastly, let's talk about Rella. This is my rella, and I know this video is really long, so if you guys are here, this is really just for fun, because I don't know if all of you guys have rella. If you don't, I do have a discount code, Jenna30, for 30% all plans, annual and monthly. but this is how I manage my social media and how I plan out my content. I really love this because personally, you can like repurpose a lot of content automatically. So especially if you're a social media manager and social media is an industry that you're in, I would really, really look into Rella because it is so nice. You can see your whole entire calendar at a glance. You can see what content is like TikTok versus Instagram. You can plan all of that out. You can upload it in advance. You can even like literally auto post it so you don't have to like physically do everything in that moment. It is so nice. Personally, I really need to be better about auto posting things. So that's why I'm trying to be more intentional with my short form content so that I can plan stuff out. But as you guys can see, I don't have any short form content planned out right now, but that's fine. That's not my focus for January anyways. So I'll do something throughout the month probably, but at least these are the YouTube videos that you guys can expect for the month of January. There's a board view where you can see like ideas, things that are in progress, but I like the calendar view. This is the 2025 is your year video. That's the video that you guys are watching right now. 2025 Notion template tour. That's the next video. And then Work to Live Diaries. That's gonna be my first brand deal of the month. And then I actually have 2 brand deals in January. So it's the same brand though, but I'm really excited for it. And then, okay, my days in my life, New Year habits. I think that will be nice because it'll balance my overall daily vlogs and just like sharing life with you guys, but also having a twist of adding more intention by talking about some New Year habits that I want to do. Because in my vlogs is where I actually try to show you that like I'm implementing these goals into my life, not just like talking about it every single month. So that's why I love having a vlog channel, because I can show you guys like how I'm doing everything, not just say I'm doing it. So we have that, and then we have another work week vlog that will be Work to Live Diaries. My morning routine I have planned out for towards the end of the month, so I want to spend the next couple of weeks like making sure that it's all ready for me to film and stuff. A typical days in my life with no plan whatsoever, just like bringing you guys along my life. Work to Live Diaries, just some typical work days where I make it a little bit more work focused, but I show you guys life outside of work. And then my last video of January will be a February plan with me video. Those are all the videos that you guys can expect. Again, all of this usually kind of changes throughout the month just as life goes on. I might skip a video. Like I feel like if I skip something, it might be like the 23rd days of my life nothing video or something, but I like to overall post twice a week, and I don't really have set days. Like a lot of times these can change, which is why again I really like Rella. You can literally just like drag things to different days if you want. But my overall intention and my goal is posting twice a week with maybe like 1 video off a month. That's a routine that I've been really used to for the last couple of years. Yeah, I think that's everything. In terms of Rella, oh, there's also like analytics. These are my analytics in my Instagram if you guys care about that. But again, this is why Rella is really nice. You can see these analytics, which you can't even see very well on the actual Instagram app. And you can even see your feed. So everything's like all in one place, which I really like. And I think that's everything. You can like go into each video, write out like notes and stuff. You can brainstorm, you can add scripting, you can add files, hashtags and stuff. So if I go back, actually, let me show you guys. Okay, I worked with Roslyn VA, an area of Instagram locally in December, which was really fun. And this was a brand deal. I uploaded the content onto Rella. I added the caption and everything here. And then I added hashtags, the files for different thumbnails for the brand to choose from, and what it looks like on my Instagram feed. And then if there were any collaborators, I think I did end up collaborating, but that was last minute. I just sent my client a link to all of this so that they could see everything. They didn't have to have a Rella account. So again, if you guys are full-time influencers, if you're social media managers or your clients, Rella is just really nice for that. So this is like, I think Rella at its finest, really mainly for short form stuff. Okay, I think that's everything with Rella. If you guys have any questions about Rella, I will answer anything you would like, and just let me know. And that marks the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was a really long video, but honestly, I had a lot of fun. I think I just love filming YouTube videos at the end of the day. I love filming, I love editing, I love talking to you guys, I love planning. If it's not obvious, I'm just such a big planner. I think it's really important to have plans, and it just like having plans helps you live more intentionally. And if you live more intentionally, then you have more meaning in your life. With everything, that doesn't have to change. You can always still grow as a person every single year. And that's why I love making these plan with me videos. This is how we work on ourselves each year, and we don't let things control us, but we have control over our life with how we plan out our everything. This is just like what helps me feel confident about my life. Every single month, it helps me feel prepared for the month. It helps me feel like I know what to expect. When life happens, at least I had have this to come back to, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you guys are subscribed. The next video is our Notion template video, and I will see you guys in a new video very soon. I really missed you guys, if it's not obvious. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos twice a week in 2025. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, but until then, miss you already.